It's morning at NTV, Stephen Mbidde on Chibuga. Where I'm seated right now at the rail station, many passengers have been used to getting seated here waiting for the train, especially those who work from areas like Namanve, Nambole, Mukono, and those around 7 a.m. They're already seated here waiting for the train to take them back to Mukono area after coming from that side at 6 a.m. But today, many people were here and they were surprised not to see the train because they didn't see the notice. Of course, the notice came out last evening and it was online. So many people didn't get the communication. That was a track embankment. And this word confused so many people. They didn't know what exactly it meant, especially not only the local people, but also people who are you would expect to be knowing some of these things. If you go on X, you will see a man in his honorable name, Honorable Norbert Mao. He has already tweeted saying that what is a track embankment? And this is something I'm going to be putting to the head of communications and corporate affairs of Uganda Railways Corporation, John Linonn Sengendo, because his managing director put out a message. And he, of course, put it also online for the people to know that the train service will not be on duty today. People coming from this area of Mukono and those coming from Kampala have been surprised today. And they are putting the blame to Uganda Railways Corporation. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning, Stephen. How are you?
I'm okay. For me, I'm okay. But the people who have been used to your service, we are surprised, including honorable ministers and people who are supposed to be knowing some of these things. What is a track embankment and why is this train not in service today?
Thank you. I saw the comment from the Honorable Minister of Justice. What he said is true. A railway embankment is that heap of soil and gravel that is compacted, and a railway line is placed, rails and sleepers. So that is an embankment. But you see, terminology, and in the rail terminology all over the world, that is exactly what we use.
But couldn't you thoroughly explain to the people, because many of them went to Mukono, went to Namanve, went to Nambole, Nakawa, even here, they're waiting for you for service, and they didn't get this word, a track embankment, even though you told them that the train will not be in service.
Yes, true. This unfortunate incident happened, I think, last week, and our technical team has been doing assessments to see if a train is able to move with over 700 Ugandans. But by yesterday evening, and given the fact that it had rained, it was impossible to have Ugandans navigate that section safely. So that is why we had the communication come in late. But would have loved to have the communication come in early so that Ugandans who were using our service prepare.
Yeah, but couldn't you have seen that, envisaged that something like that could happen in the near future, especially when the rains were beginning to come down? Couldn't you just, as you have the technical officers and engineers on the ground, couldn't they just foresee that maybe in the near future, because of the rains, could have such a scenario happening and could cause interruption of over 700 people failing to either reach in office on time or failing to take their kids to school?
We did, and during the construction of that section from Mukono to Kampala, culverts were placed under that embankment to allow for water to smoothly go through. But given the fact that there is too much settlement on that section, plus also the poor garbage handling in those areas, we found that a lot of garbage and silt has blocked that drainage channel. So it was so hard for the water to safely and smoothly go through those water channels. So we envisaged it. We had the drainage channels properly created, but so many things happened that couldn't allow water to go through, but water had to chip off part of that embankment.
You know, this train service was brought back after almost 30 years in May last year, and then in September you took a break only to come back in October. But again, now you are just a few months after they bring back the service, you are now getting another holiday. You are telling us that maybe 14th you may be back. We're not so sure. And people you excite the people, then you get another holiday. We only have one passenger train service. Can you confirm that maybe this train, even the wagons, the beds, are in good condition?
Yes. First of all, our coaches are in good condition. Every morning, before passengers move, they are checked by our technical team. But also, the break-offs and these unfortunate break-offs are to ensure that our passengers are safe on that line. A train catastrophe is a big one. With over 700 Ugandans on that train, if it capsized at one point, you'd have so many Ugandans affected. So we said that, okay, this affects Ugandans, but at least it's not as bad as if an accident happened. So we are taking, we won't call it a break, but we are taking a working week to make sure that that embankment is strengthened to ensure safety of both passengers and also the cargo that we move.
Okay, when you assess the service, the train service, from May to September and also from October to this time, April, many people see lines coming in here and also different stations where you operate. What has been the performance of the rail service after resumption from May that you think that you have contributed either to the economy of the easement of flow of traffic, but also of people and goods to the side of Mukono, but also to Kampala?
Thank you. When we did the extension from Mukono to Mukono, very many residents of Mukono were excited. And that excitement has translated into big numbers. By the time the train leaves Mukono, by the time it gets to Namanve, it is full. On any day, it is full. And so the people we pick from Namanve to Kampala are very few. So we go back and pick them on the second route. So it has provided an efficient and cost-effective service to Ugandans. And it's not only the low-income earners, even the high-income earners. Traffic is very annoying. Being in traffic for 2 hours is very annoying. So we've had Ugandans park their cars, some of them at Namanve station, others in Mukono, and take the train. These are people that can afford fuel, but because the wear and tear of someone's body and mind, the time they spend in traffic has pushed them to come on rail. So we have had the numbers increase, and we have tried to have the service every day without stopping. This unfortunately.
But that service is now you have continued to limit it to Mukono and Namanve. The people of Chengera and people of Jinja, you have kept promising them, and it has become a dream for them that, you know what, there used to be a train service coming to Chengera and those going to Jinja. But for you during your time, they just keep hearing you promising them that the service will come, which is not coming. Yes,
colleagues, like Honorable Minister always says, the service, people of Chengera, the service is coming. There are just a few preparations we are making. We have to do a resettlement, pay off people resettled on URC land, and then have the line constructed. You cannot construct a line right now from Kampala to Chengera with all the encumbrances that are there. Same to the people of Port Bell. And the people of Lugazi have asked the same questions. People of Lugazi, we are making some adjustments, some modifications on that line. Right now, the line cannot facilitate a big number of passengers on the train. We are going to make adjustments on that line, and in a very short time, a very short time, we shall be in Chengera, in Lugazi. But also the people of Jinja, it's not that we shall not come. Yeah, the number of things that we are supposed to do to make sure that if a passenger is moving on that line, yeah, they are safe. That is the first, and very important.
Very lastly is these wagons I see here parked here. When you talk about track embankment, and these ones are supposed to be bringing fuel from Luzira, Port Bell, and maybe from Malaba. Don't we get maybe can you get concerned that maybe these ones are also stationed here, they will not be moving, and then we'll be having a shortage of fuel?
Mostly, these tank containers take the Port Bell route. So all the fuel that comes onto these tank containers comes on wagon ferries. So there won't be any disruption. They won't be taking the Kampala-Malaba route. They are taking the Port Bell route.
Thank you so much, John Linonn Sengendo. But I hope next time we'll do much better, especially you who is in charge of communications. You do much better to put out the message. Maybe to using this also the media, especially like NTV. If you had also informed the people through NTV Akaungezo or NTV Weekend Edition, maybe the people wouldn't have come here and also gone to the station. But thank you so much, John Linonn Sengendo. He's the head of communications and corporate affairs here at Uganda Railway Corporation. And from me and from the team, we say thank you so much. We take you back to studios because Stella Nante is in the studios, and today, just expect to see and watch Umal Magala with Stella Nante at 9 a.m.